Let's start the show by talking about my sponsor, Paloma Verde, and their new website, palomaverdecbd.com. Head over to palomaverdecbd.com and check them out for all of your CBD needs. They've got the gummies, tinctures, salves. So if you're needing anything to maybe chill you out, something to help you get mellowed out, something for your joint pain and stiffness, go over to palomaverdecbd.com and give them a check out. Carlos and Vanessa are awesome people. They run a great company. And if you enter the promo code FACTS at checkout, you'll get 25% off your order. Plus, any order over $75, you get free shipping. So, I don't know what you're waiting for. Head over to palomaverdecbd.com and check them out. Let's start the show. This episode will be completely taken out of context. Welcome to the Fact Check This podcast. All right, Fact Check This podcast. And this one's probably going to be a short one, just because I don't have the thing that I had done the research for and prepared myself to do as far as an episode for today goes. It's something that I just don't really want to talk about anymore. It's the never-ending saga that is COVID. And so I wanted to take a look at the COVID numbers from Maryland in the month of June, because there was this big impressive report that for the month of June in the state of Maryland, 100% of the deaths from COVID were from unvaccinated people. Now, obviously, this is probably bullshit, because we all know that many places have stopped reporting and recording breakthrough cases, as in cases of COVID in the already vaccinated. Also, many places have stopped recording deaths of those who have already been vaccinated as COVID. And then what we really get to look at, the really important thing to look at from Maryland in the month of June is, and if I'm wrong, correct me, but looking at the websites that track these things, it looks like there was 52 to 59 total COVID deaths in the month of June for the state of Maryland. Now, if you go and you pull up the VAERS reporting for the same time frame, and you look at the number of vaccine-related illnesses and negative impacts for the state of Maryland in the month of June, so specifically, specifically related to COVID vaccines, you'll find that somewhere in the neighborhood of 28 to 35 people died following the COVID vaccine. Now, there's all this stuff out there that says that the VAERS is not accurate reporting because they don't verify these things. And that's interesting, because the reason that they don't verify it is because VAERS is just a concoction by the pharmaceutical companies in conjunction with the government to create something that would appear as though they're going to maintain some level of accountability for vaccines while never actually following up. So it's not that these aren't verified and that these aren't checked out because they don't think they're accurate. It's because that would have a negative impact on the pharmaceutical companies and create liability for them and the government. So, yes, it's true, but there's always that little lean that they like to leave out. I mean, you want to talk about medical misinformation. There it is. There it is. And so So when you get to looking at that, like, and that's that's been the big thing is they're trying to push that this is all unvaccinated people. It's all unvaccinated people, and the more you look at it, the more that the numbers don't stack up to truth in that. But never mind that. Like it's the only stats, the only facts, the only proof that actually matters is uh, the narrative approved proof. Like when you actually provide legitimate information to the contrary, then that's medical misinformation. You have to be banned, and then this will probably get taken down. I mean, who are we kidding? Uh, because see here, and it gets into they keep saying that this Delta variant is both more contagious and more deadly, which doesn't follow the science. That's not the way that these sorts of things work. In fact, per the science, if you want to be one of the I trust the science people, something that becomes more deadly becomes much less contagious. It burns itself out too fast because it is more deadly. It kills off its hosts too quickly and it doesn't have a chance to spread. On the other hand, things that become more contagious often become more contagious because they are significantly less deadly. And see, there's been this big talk about the Delta variant is running wild and running rampant in the unvaccinated community, which is also bullshit. There's large numbers of breakthrough cases, and the reporting on the breakthrough cases is being suppressed because they don't want you to know that that's going on. But so the Delta variant is supposedly just running rampant, and cases are up 70% across the country. But if you look at the actual statistics, see that it's and there's actually a book about this. There's actually a picture of Bill Gates with this book sitting on his desk, which is fucking insane. But and this is something that anybody who is good with numbers knows. You can use statistics to paint a picture, and you can use statistics to lie very accurately and very effectively. And that's what they're doing with they're cherry picking these very specific numbers. So the very specific number that they're cherry picking is that that the cases are up 70% across the country. Oh my God, everybody's dying. Except for that 70% increase only accounts to about 3,800 total additional cases over where it was over the last, or 2 weeks before, in a country of 3.5 million people. Anybody want to do the math on that? That 0.010001. I don't know. Small number. Very, very like it's diminutive. But then also on that same hand, to go and check out the death rate numbers, the death numbers over that same period when we've had this 70% increase in cases, deaths have continued to go down. But I thought you told me that the Delta variant was infinitely more contagious and more deadly. And it's the same way in Europe or England and I mean everywhere else. That the Delta variant is just running like wildfire through these communities. They talk about how it's more contagious and more deadly. But the numbers don't hash that out. Everywhere that the Delta variant is prominent, case rates go up and death rates continue to stay flat or go down. I can't remember the name of the country. They'll probably get nuked off the planet, or their president will be assassinated soon. But like, there's some place that has decided to stop viewing. They're going to stop counting COVID cases because it's endemic, not pandemic. Because it's effectively being treated like a seasonal virus, like the flu. They're doing the smart thing because that's what it is. This is effectively the new flu strain. Like, it's obviously, for a time, it was the new flu strain. And it was something that we hadn't been exposed to. And it was something that had a different type of effect on a very specific segment of the population. That being much older with comorbidities. And usually 2 to 3 comorbidities. So it was something different. But now it's run its course past that initial seasonality of it. And honestly, see, this is because there was so much talk about the Spanish flu early on, with just the way the timing lined out and everything. Now, the Spanish flu happened in 1920, 21, and it's the same for COVID, just in 2019, 20, 21. And really, if you look at kind of how the Spanish flu played itself out, it became the new flu within 18 to 26 months. I think it was effectively endemic, and people developed immunity, and the world got on. And here we are. Time to get on. But now they're going to start reporting everything else. You've got your Delta variant, you got your Epsilon variant, you got your, I don't know, whatever. They'll keep adding Greek symbols to it, and trying to act like it's scary, but it's only scary if you are scared. And if you actually, pay any fucking attention to something other than mainstream media, you know what's actually going on. You know that the numbers that they're throwing at you are bullshit. That they are using statistics to lie to you, to drive fear and to promote their own propaganda. And then you get the report that came out of the United Kingdom from the doctor that was talking about how the COVID virus itself, the particles are like 500,000 times smaller than the air holes in your cloth mask, and like those masks aren't doing anything. And even the N95 masks, the way that people are wearing them, they ultimately don't do anything, because we're not, like, they're designed for this. Will definitely get this video removed. They don't like it when you talk bad about masks. Never mind that there's like literally decades of research and study that show that masks are completely ineffective. But let me correct that. They don't show that masks are completely ineffective. What they show is that masks are only effective in sterile environments such as this operating room, and they're not really used in the manner that people think they're using them for in the the COVID pandemic. Like, this isn't the intent. They're not supposed to stop people from getting sick. So here we are in the land of misinformation, with the people who actually tell you the truth getting their videos taken down and getting banned. labeled extremists, and just generally getting fed the fuck up with it. And I am genuinely fed the fuck up with it. Hope everybody has a good day. I will actually be back with a really exciting episode on Wednesday. I might even, if everything goes well and I get the timing right on it, I might even put out a teaser for Wednesday because I'm really excited about Wednesday, and I'm not going to spoil it at all because I want it to be a good episode. So for anybody that actually listened to this and made it all the way through today's rant, I hope you're pissed off about this. I hope you're getting your information from somewhere other than mainstream media. I hope that you understand what's going on and that you see through the bullshit. And I hope that you'll share this with your friends so that they can see through it too. And in the meantime, hope you have a good one. See ya.